Good morning, my name is John, and this is the Homestead Diary. The install of our new walls on the Pumphouse foundation is going well. It's been a couple of days since we made a video, and here's what's going on. So obviously you can see the old Pumphouse still in there. We're going to be removing that structure today. And we're standing at 2x6 walls, and so this area right here. This roughly 12 by 6 area is going to be bathroom / laundry. I know it seems small, but we're trying to minimize the amount of space that we have to keep temperature controlled. And then our utility area or infrastructure area with all the pumps and the pressure tank and all that kind of stuff is here. A special note, these walls are actually 8 inches thick, and if you'll see right here, this is actually two 2x4s that are put next to each other. And so it's an 8-inch thick wall, but this creates a thermal break. And so the cold or the heat hits this, and then it doesn't transfer as easily through this dead space. Of course, this will be insulated here. Insulation isn't really necessary in the dead spaces here. It might help marginally, but not worth the additional work to make that, that perfect. Also, up here in the header, we've got space. Instead of header 6 inches thick, we have two 2x6s on either end, and then there's a pocket right there, which is plenty strong for this single-story building. It'll definitely support the roof, and we can fill that full of insulation too. And so trying to create a super insulated space for all the equipment. We're also going to put, we've got a bunch of 1.5-inch thick foam boards that we're going to put inside. And so the total insulation of the area directly surrounding the equipment is going to be around R35, roughly speaking, which is pretty good, because we obviously can't afford to have that freeze. And then lastly, we've got this space here, which goes back to 2x6 walls. There's a doorway here, and then we're going to have 3 windows in this side. There's going to be a slider right there, and then right there you see these tall, narrow windows, fixed pane. Those are going to go in bays here and over here, so get a little bit more light in. And then, there'll be, of course, a window over here and windows along the bathroom wall to try to maximize the amount of light. We're not going to have any exterior doorways into the Pumphouse area. That's going to be accessible only from inside the building. That also will minimize the amount of air infiltration that we deal with there. And so, yeah, that's going well. We should be able to get this wall framed out today. That's about 28 feet, and be prepared to start sheeting the next day or so. So things are going well. Just kind of on a personal note, yesterday we went to a medical training up in Roby, or down in Roby, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, where Travis and the Prepared Homestead does their thing in that community building. And it was good. It was about 8 hours of instruction by a professional trainer who's been in the medical business for years. And it was good. I mean, it covered all the basic kind of stuff that you should learn when you're younger, but then they don't really cover it often enough for you to remember it. And so, good stuff. It started out with all the basic CPR, mouth-to-mouth, all that kind of stuff, which everybody learns. And then the end of the class dealt with basically stop the bleed. And there was a lot of emphasis on treating major injuries, femoral artery bleeds, that sort of thing. They're doing another class next month. We'll probably go to that one too. The same material, but it doesn't hurt to go over it again. And the children are very interested, in particular the older ones. And so we'll be going through that. It's part of a series of classes that they're creating. And what we took was basically entry level, kind of compressed several classes into one. And then they're going to go into more EMTs type stuff, and wilderness first responders, one of the classes that they're going to be teaching. I think that's a 5-day course, so we'll be up there for a bit sometime in the spring. And what do they call it? Phlebotomist. They want to do they want to train people to be phlebotomists, which means you have the training and the capacity to draw blood and administer shots, which is more than a lot of people do. And so we'll see how my stomach takes that. But anyway, lots of training opportunities available, plus the tactical training, which they're teaming up with Iron Survival to do some things in regard to, and this is kind of connected to the wilderness first responder training, is, you know, small units out unsupported, and how do you take care of people when they, I mean, it doesn't even have to be contact with the enemy. It could just be simply someone tripped and fell and hurt themselves. You know, how do you take care of that with the materials that you have on hand? And so there's a lot of collaboration going on and a lot of good stuff happening. And so we are very excited and enjoying the developments of things. And so with that, hope you all have a blessed day.